Crisis is a word that hasn't been used before in Wenger's 10 years in charge, but after successive defeats at Bolton and Fulham, this is a game they simply have to win as far as their fans are concerned. The manager makes 6 changes from the midweek defeat at Craven Cottage. Back into the starting lineup come Eboué, Giroud, Clichy, Fabregas, Ljungberg and Adebayor. Senderos is suspended and Henry injured.
Well, it's a big test for Arsenal's team today, Alan, after their recent run. But this side have definitely got the capabilities to get back to winning ways. I think some of their football has been absolutely breathtaking at times, but recent problems have come about through indecision at the back and certainly not enough firepower. You know, it's easy to understand when you see this side why they have been inconsistent. Certainly a mixture of young players who are going to be exceptional players in time, but for me, not enough top-quality experience surrounding them. And when Thierry Henry is not playing, then they're certainly without one truly world-class player who can make all the difference.
Well, Spurs have beaten Arsenal only once in the last 11 years, but if ever there was a good time to change that record, it's surely now. With just 1 defeat in their last 14 games, confidence is high, and Martin Jol had virtually a full-strength squad to choose from. He makes 2 changes from the team that beat Wigan. Tainio starts in midfield in place of Huddleston, and up front it's Keane for Defoe as the manager continues to rotate his strikers.
Well, I think Martin Jol will be looking at this game thinking this could be their best chance in a number of years to get 3 points. In the middle of a good run at the moment, which should give them bags of confidence. And if they can get wit in their play through Lennon Mulbronk, supported by the 2 fullbacks, I think they could have some joy today. Interesting, Martin has gone for the link-up player Robbie Keane, opposed to the skills of Jermaine Defoe. So he's clearly looking for Robbie to just move some of these Arsenal defenders around. Certainly allow the likes of Berbatov and the 2 wide boys some room to operate against a very fragile Arsenal back 4.
Well, Arsenal have yet to lose here in their magnificent new home, but dark forces could be at large today. They reckon that mischievous workmen buried a few Tottenham scarves into the concrete when the Emirates Stadium was being built, and this is the day the curse is supposed to strike. Well, we remember him, don't we? The chap on the left, and West Ham's new owner sitting next to him. These old rivals have met over 150 times down the years, and in recent seasons it's usually the home team that's been successful. Tottenham failed to win any of their last 13 trips to Highbury. Will their luck change on their first ever visit to the Emirates? Thierry Henry adding his pre-match good wishes to his teammates. Unable to play today, suspended for the Champions League tie against Porto next week. And I gather he could be out of action for some time. Spurs come here with nothing to fear. After all, they have beaten the champions Chelsea this season. But their record in this fixture is very disappointing. Brian, you've played in these encounters yourself. Will the atmosphere get through to the players?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I think this is a stadium that has got a terrific atmosphere. I think the Arsenal fans will be urging their players to get back to winning ways. They certainly won't want to lose to Spurs. And, of course, these Spurs fans who are not really seeing much joy from their team on their travels in the league this season will be hoping they can capitalise on whatever fragile state of mind some of those Arsenal players are in right now. Confidence plays a massive part in any sport. And certainly that team on the right are not flowing with confidence right now.
Well, there are only 5 miles between them, so local pride is at stake when Arsenal and Tottenham go head-to-head. But this is one derby game that's captured the interest of the whole nation. Can Arsenal bounce back from successive defeats, or will Tottenham plunge them even deeper into misery? We're live for Arsenal against Spurs.
Live from the Emirates in the Barclays Premiership, it is Arsenal against Spurs, available in HD on channel 483. If you're a Sky Digital viewer, press the red button on your remote control to make full use of the interactive services. Commentary from Brian Marwood and Alan Parry.
Welcome back. Graham Poll takes charge of the North London derby, and if Arsenal's game against Fulham is any guide, he could be in for a busy time. The Gunners had 6 players cautioned in midweek, and they now face an FA fine. It's Tottenham who get us underway. Arsenal have a superb record against their local rivals, just 1 defeat in their last 21 league games against them. But just how much has their confidence been affected by those recent setbacks? Well, they'd much rather have had him out on the field, obviously, but they're going to have to get used to his absence for quite some time, it seems.
Well, he might not be involved playing, Alan, but he's certainly involved in the build-up, wasn't he? As the players were warming up, he was interacting with a lot of them, giving them final words of encouragement. He's on the touchline now, urging his players to that victory that they need, really, to build their confidence.
Gilberto takes over the captain's armband in Henry's absence. There's Ljungberg, the only man left from the last meeting of these two sides, with Tottenham won 7 years ago. Eboué holds off the challenge from Malbranc. And Gilberto caught in possession by Keane, but still manages to find Clichy. Gets it back from Rosicki. Now Giroud replacing the suspended Senderos, but he's had a lot of games in that position this season, and Senderos was injured early on. Gilberto. Ljungberg. Typically lots of possession for Arsenal early on. Rosicki. Van Persie tripped and still managed to keep possession. It's gone back to Rosicki. The bounce was unlucky for him in the end.
Some frantic defending there, wasn't there, from Spurs, but just a little taster of what Arsenal are about when they're in possession. Good quality on the ball, and that ability just to pop little passes around and work Spurs. That's where you really need to focus and concentrate hard when you're defending against this Arsenal team.
Remarkably, Arsenal have won just 1 league game in the last 6 weeks. Their 3-0 victory here against Liverpool. Van Persie feeding it in to Ljungberg. No way through. Adebayor. Oh, he's done really well here, Adebayor. Fabregas with the ball to the far post. Rosicki. Fabregas in space again. Just lifted it over the top towards Ljungberg, who went spinning. Nothing given.
The referee wasn't having any of it, was it? Graham Poll had a decent view of it. Certainly went to ground, Freddie Ljungberg. Just a collision, really, with Michael Dawson. This is a terrific start from Arsenal. You'd probably expect the home side of the initiative is with them, but all it is doing is stretching the game so early.
And showing a great turn of pace as well. Tottenham with that run of 1 defeat in 14 games in all competitions. That includes 10 victories, although quite a few of them came in cup competitions. Suikoto. Malbranc loses possession. Rosicki. He just keeps going.
He's unfortunate. But it's interesting, really, that Spurs are going to have to be very, very watchful of Tommy Rosicki, because he's just coming in field round about 10-15 yards. Chimbonda doesn't want to come in that far, so therefore he needs to pass him on onto one of the midfield players. Probably Tieno is capable of doing that job.
Chimbonda. Lennon has already given Clichy a sign of his pace and directness down that side. Zakora. King, who was doubtful for this game with a virus. Suikoto. Keane took a kick from behind by Kolo Toure, who will be suspended, incidentally, for the big game against Chelsea due to picking up 5 cautions this season.
Well, they're the areas that Robbie Keane will love to come into. That's what I said at the top, Alan. He'll try and work the centre-backs. He really dragged Kolo Toure a long way out of that back 4 area. But this was the claim for a penalty. Certainly a dubious one. You can see there Michael Dawson goes to win the ball, and Freddie Ljungberg goes to ground a little bit too easy. He might be leaning, but you can see there that Dawson's only got eyes for the ball.
Van Persie finding some space and finding Ljungberg. Adebayor in the box with Van Persie. And that is a foul by Asirikoto.
That's a daft challenge, isn't it, from the Spurs left-back. There's no real need for him to dive in. Freddie Ljungberg is never really going to outrun you pace-wise, so stay on your feet as long as possible, just to shepherd him into a corner where he'll struggle to get the ball into the danger area. Instead, they're giving a free kick away, Spurs. In a decent area for Arsenal. Van Persie's left foot.
A lot of height in there, in particular Adebayor. Lurking at the far post. Well, it wasn't the best free kick, but they got a corner out of it.
Well, the wall did their job, Lennon in particular.
Fabregas giving Van Persie the option this time of a short corner. Easily cleared by Berbatov. Tottenham have won 5 of their 14 Premiership games so far. They're just below halfway at kick-off on 19 points. But if they win here today, they'll go level on points with Arsenal. Rosicky. Adebayor wanted the early ball. Sakura. Tottenham penned in at the moment. Rosicky. Round the side for Ljungberg again. But Ledley King stayed calm.
Two terrific pieces of defending from Ledley King, and the reason it was 2 terrific pieces of defending was just his positional sense. The one with the header that he had to deal with a cross from Rosicky, and then spotted the rudder, Freddie Ljungberg. It's a typical Arsenal start, bags of possession, getting towards the final third, but not quite possessing that cutting edge that they're looking for.
Berbatov. Back by Toure, giving Lehmann his first touch of the ball. Fabregas. Lovely ball. And on it goes from Clichy to Rosicky. And here's Robin Van Persie in a great position now. The challenge by King was always going to be risky. Mr. Paul saw nothing wrong with it.
Well, I think the reason the referee saw nothing wrong with Alan was his ball was running away from Robin Van Persie, and Ledley King just using that incredible strength of his, just coming across the Arsenal striker. He certainly had a very lively opening. It's been a terrific game so far.
Aboué. Here's Adebayor. Toure. No way through for Fabregas. Now Bronk winning it back for Tottenham, but Fabregas is there again. Tottenham, one of only half a dozen teams in the Premiership at the moment, still without an away win. They've drawn 3 and lost 4 on the road. And they would clearly love to end that record right here today.
Ledley King, who's shown up very well so far in this game. You can see that the ball's always running away from Robin Van Persie. Certainly there was contact, but I think that they just collided, really. And that's how the referee, Graham Paul, saw it.
Rosicky.
He's just giving them a problem at the moment, I think, Rosicky. Just his positional sense of where he's playing. He's coming right in off that left-hand touchline. And there's a number of Spurs players just pointing a finger and saying who's supposed to be picking him up because he's causing them problems.
Fabregas with a long ball aimed at Adebayor. Chimbonda got there first. Here's Sakura, who's settled well after a, well, less than impressive start to life in the Premiership, I think it's fair to say. Lennon. Sakura again. Got caught in possession this time. Adebayor. Fabregas with it. One back by by Keane. Here's Malbranc, making only his 5th appearance as a Tottenham player. Berbatov kept it well, and back it goes to Malbranc. What a chance!
Well, Giroud might just have done enough to put him off, but that was a terrific move. It was instigated initially from Malbranc. Fabulous little ball in behind Bowie. And Berbatov rides a decent challenge there, and then has the ability just to pop a little pass into the path of Steve Malbranc. And you certainly expect this little fella to finish from there. I mean, it's not an easy chance. He takes it with the outside of his right foot. So consequently, that ball is always going to bend away from that far post.
Injury delayed his debut, of course, after he joined Tottenham from Fulham. Deixa wins that challenge against Lennon. But now Chimbonda for Tottenham. Keane, Tinio. Chimbonda still forward. And Clichy takes it off him. Everyone wants the ball for Arsenal, getting in each other's way. Fabregas, Ljungberg. Here's Van Persie. So much movement in this Arsenal team, you can't really tie anyone down to conventional positions, not the forward players anyway. Boue. Adebayor the target. Dawson is right beside him.
I think that's the problem, really, is the reluctance with this Arsenal side just to throw balls forward to Adebayor. Doesn't really possess that physical power, really, that you would associate with somebody as big as him playing up top. Prefers the ball into his feet. He's got it twisting and turning, and certainly supplemented with Robin Van Persie up there as well, which is something that Arsenal haven't done that often this season, playing with two.
Boue. Adebayor, the man he tried to pick out again. Lovely control from Malbranc. Here's Zakora. Space on the right for Chimbonda, who loves getting forward, of course. Lennon will pose a real threat down that right-hand side, Tottenham. And Lennon gets in behind Clichy again, but he's quick. The Arsenal left-back, very quick. And he'll need to be today.
That's going to be a good battle, isn't it? Lennon against Clichy. I think they are important areas for both sides, really. Looking at this Spurs side, I would expect Chimbonda to support young Aaron Lennon whenever possible, especially with Rosicky just playing 10-15 yards infield. That really should allow Chimbonda, when Spurs get possession, to probably get out on that side. Certainly more than on the left-hand side with Asue Ekota.
There's Malbranc. Had to go infield. There was nobody wide left. But it's a lovely ball through offside, however, Berbatov.
Well, it was tight, but once again, Malbranc having that ability to spot little passes in behind defenders, and Berbatov makes his run late, but I tell you what, he's onside. Just have a look at Bowie. That's a poor decision, that linesman at that far side. To be fair, Berbatov's first touch isn't the best. Probably wouldn't have scored from it, but he's definitely onside.
There's Ljungberg. Tinio's clearance. Brought him in for his more physical presence, shall we say, in the middle of the field. The Finnish international has had a few injury problems himself this season. He played a handful of games. Fabregas. Clichy. Gilberto. Here's Boue. Ljungberg stays down after the challenge by Asue Ekota.
I just think that's a daft challenge, really. I mean, I think that ball's going out to play. I don't think Freddie Ljungberg's probably going to keep it the right side of the line. You know, there's no real reason for Asue Ekota just to dive in there from about 5 yards away. Well, just have a look at the way he just launches himself in two-footed. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. Well, he's protesting his innocence, and, well, I think that Graham Paul's just telling him next time you're going to get a yellow card or so.
Yeah, a stern warning from the official. Martin Yule getting close to the action. As Gary Lewin treats Freddie Ljungberg, he's used to that because he's just missed 10 games with a calf problem. Only just came back in the Champions League tie here against Hamburg. He's got a good record against Tottenham, by the way. 4 goals in the last 6 games he started against their local rivals. Fabregas takes the free kick. Ljungberg waved back on. Sirikoto getting the treatment now from the home fans. Malbron, Berbatov. King onto Dawson. Tainio, Chimbonda. Two teams who like to pass the ball around. They're short of a high quality as well as a very competitive derby between these two today. Juru. And Chimbonda wins the free kick.
Well, just seem to have weathered the storm, haven't it, Spurs? We would have expected Arsenal to come out of the traps very quickly and get about them, but not too much damage done. Can't really recall Paul Robinson making any notable saves. Arguably the best chances for the Spurs. Opportunity to Malbron.
Tainio sliced that one. Dawson with a good header away. His hands full today against Adebayor. Big, physically strong and unpredictable sort of player. On the ball again here. Fabregas. Here's Ljungberg. Rosicki. Back to Clichy. Now Gilberto. Foul given. Be Keane complaining, but the referee saw that as a kick after he played the ball away. Fabregas. Rosicki. Now Clichy. Back to Giroud. Kolo Touré.
There's lots of passes, Alan, but they're going to struggle to break down this Spurs side. I mean, every Tottenham player behind the ball, working hard, just not to allow Arsenal any real space. They need to get into that final third. Arsenal be a little bit more cunning about their final pass. It gives them the ability for a strike on goal. So far, we haven't seen enough of that.
Touré tries a more ambitious ball, but gets it wrong. Chimbonda. It's a familiar problem, of course, for Arsenal. They're unbeaten in 11 games at the Emirates, their new home, in all competitions, but they've had to come from a goal behind in 4 of them, and they've dropped league points here against Aston Villa, Middlesbrough, Everton and Newcastle, all teams who came here and defended in numbers and got what they regarded as their reward. Tainio trying to feed it into Lennon.
I don't believe for one moment Arsene Wenger will betray his principles, and he loves his side to keep possession. We also want them to be a little bit more dynamic.
Malbron doing well. Tainio. Lennon with a chance to take on Clichy. All better of it. Keane. Clever ball that. Not expecting it, I think.
Yeah, he was just trying to go for a little back heel, wasn't he? Saw the run that Aaron Lennon had made. That's exactly what Martin Jol would have wanted Robbie Keane in the side for. Just linking up play. So important that they get him on the ball, because he has the capabilities of threading little balls in behind defenders.
King away. Berbatov. Hustled out of it by Touré. He's onside. It's Adebayor with a chance to give Arsenal the lead, which he takes. And Arsenal's miserable week has just got a whole lot better.
Well, they got a 100% record when they scored first. But I just wonder whether Asui Akoto is the guilty party here. There's a lot of Spurs defenders looking to play offside, and Adebayor's just biding his time. And have a look at who the first person he goes to celebrate with. His skipper, Thierry Henry. But have a look at the left back here. Adebayor's waiting and waiting and waiting. There's two step out. I'll tell you what, he looks as if he is offside. Well, that is a big, big blow for Spurs. And I think Adebayor is just ahead of the Spurs left back. He certainly was the one that waited while everybody else ran out, but what a cool, composed finish that was. That must have felt like an age before that hit the back of the net.
Well, if you believe in omens, I can tell you that every time Arsenal have scored first in a league game here this season, they've gone on to win 3-0. Every time they've conceded first, they've drawn 1-1. So draw your own conclusions from that pattern. Adebayor's fourth goal of the season has given Arsenal the start they wanted and the boost in confidence they needed. Ljungberg brushed aside by Asui Akoto, no foul though. And Ljungberg complaining bitterly to the linesman.
Huge blow that is for Spurs. I mean, they've been playing reasonably well enough, but you see Chimbonda comes out and he looks as if he might have played Adebayor onside. Well, it's a very, very tight call, and you always run the risk of that, you know, if you look to play offsides. And they certainly elected very, very late, those Spurs defenders, to run out. You get the benefit of the doubt sometimes, and it goes against you at others. But that was a close call for the linesman on this near side to make. And between the two full-backs, they weren't convincing with the way they tried to play offside.
Two crucial offside decisions in the first 22 minutes here, and they have both gone Arsenal's way. Remember, Berbatov adjudged offside just a few minutes before Adebayor's goal.
They've talked about it in training this week, these Spurs defenders. If you're going to work on it, you know, you have to get it absolutely spot on. There can't be any indecision.
Here's the goal scorer again, finding Freddie Ljungberg. And again.
Well, they're carving Spurs open at the moment, aren't they, at will? Arsenal. Ljungberg now just getting in behind them, but certainly didn't look completely decisive where he's going with that. I just thought he might have tried to bend that with his left foot towards that far corner. Instead, he opens his body up and tries to pop a little pass in for one of his teammates. The Spurs are rocking a bit at the moment. They really need to get their act together.
And to win this now, Tottenham have got to do something that no visiting team has done at the Emirates yet, and that is score more than one goal against Arsenal. Asui Akoto. Lucky to get it back there. Malbranc. Fabregas knocks him aside with ease. And then a foul by Malbranc himself. Frustration there. I think he felt he should have had a free kick himself. Mr. Paul trying to make himself heard above the voices of 60,000 fanatical fans here. They came off Malbranc for an Arsenal throw. Arsenal have proved vulnerable defensively in recent weeks. Remember, they've let in 5 goals in their last 2 games. So all hope is not lost for Tottenham by any means. Spurs' problem is scoring goals themselves, just 3 in 7 away games.
Yeah, it's a tight decision, but for me, you know, if you're going to defend properly, you know, you don't want to concede space in behind too cheaply. I mean, Ledley King gets drawn into the header and then he just stays there. But have a look at Michael Dawson. I mean, he's running out and the 2 full-backs are staying, and then they realise the 2 centre-backs are out of position. They then feel they have to do something. Well, that indecision has cost them, because up till then Spurs looked very, very comfortable. I mean, Arsenal had bags of possession, which you come to expect with this Arsenal side, but not cutting edge. Really, they've been gifted a goal.
Wilson knocks it clear. Arsenal have a man injured as Berbatov loses possession anyway. Not quite sure what happened here, but he looks in some pain. And he's angry with Malbranque, apparently. Been involved in a couple of scuffles already, Malbranque, and pushing Fabregas aside then.
He's just had a Lazarus moment, hasn't he? The buoy. All of a sudden he's writhing around, and then he gets up very quickly. I mean, he certainly catches his ankle. Probably is deliberate by Malbranque, but although he doesn't do himself any favours when he's rolling around in agony, and everybody is pleading for the Spurs players just to kick the ball out of play so he can get some treatment. Then all of a sudden he gets up and runs at Malbranque as if nothing's wrong with him.
He has been out recently, Aboué, with a knee problem. That doesn't appear to be the issue this time, but he does genuinely look in pain. Busy man, Gary Lewin.
Debate till the cows come home whether he's offside or not. I'll tell you what, let's marvel at the finish, because he needed all his composure there. He just sets himself in a way that he can probably go either side of Paul Robinson. Just having a word with the linesman there about, was he offside? Well, they can debate it. It's an memorial, but Graham Paul is just telling him to calm down, not get involved with the officials, let them get on with it.
Martignol has never managed to beat Arsenal in 4 previous attempts. His first game as manager against them, they lost 5-4. Here's Ljungberg. Giroud. And Toure. Ljungberg. They don't have to chase it now, Arsenal. They can play in their own half if they wish to. It's up to Tottenham to come out and win the ball back.
Spurs midfield players a long way away now from Berbatov. Maybe Keane's even just dropped in there at times to make a 5. They won't go on chasing the game, Spurs, because at 1-0, you know, they'll feel they can get back into this. It's far too early, really, to just change things around. They had a game plan.
Ljungberg. Rosicki's layoff. Couldn't quite find Van Persie. Aboué. Rosicki again. Here's Gilberto. Clichy wide on the left. Fabregas. Now Toure. All 11 Tottenham players back behind the ball. Toure. On to Aboué. Ljungberg. Chance to run it. Suikoto. Easy clearance for Ledley King, though. Brock. Toure wins it back. Gets it back from Gilberto.
Just knocking the ball around with bags of confidence, aren't they, Arsenal, at the moment? They're just trying to stretch the Spurs side. Playing with good width at the moment.
Ljungberg with a lovely ball for Fabregas. Adebayor is forward again here. Didn't look up, didn't pick him out.
Oh, I think Sakura got lucky there. Went to sleep. Fabregas just running in behind him. In the end, recovered reasonably well. Just have a look at Berbatov. He is a long way away from the rest of this Spurs team. He's having to work hard at times on his own, up top.
Tottenham had lost this fixture 6 years in a row before getting a 1-1 draw last season. It's 13 years since they beat Arsenal away in a league game. Rosicki. Adebayor full of running now. Oh, well played. Tanio giving a little kick as he played the ball away. Aboué. Ljungberg. Faber. Ljungberg again. Van Persie is there now. They just seem to be a yard quicker, the Arsenal players, at the moment. And they've got another free kick. It's another foul on Ljungberg, and it's one too many for the referee. Asu Ekoto is cautioned.
Well, the left-back's got a real problem at the moment, Asu Ekoto. He is getting run ragged, and you can see there, just lashing out at Freddie Ljungberg. And he certainly tried Graham Paul's patience on a number of occasions, but they somehow need to give him a little bit of protection because he's getting isolated, and Aboué and Ljungberg are beginning to run him ragged down this Arsenal right-hand side, and he can't deal with it.
And it was Freddie Ljungberg. Once again, he's having to leave the field.
This is a better angle for the free kick from Van Persie. The last one didn't really provide the quality delivery that you would expect on his left foot. So the angle's opened up a little bit more on this occasion.
Will he go for goal himself? Will he look for someone coming in from the far post? Well, it was neither one nor the other, but it was brilliant nonetheless.
Oh, it was terrific, you know, because as a defender, they are impossible balls to deal with. Because a slight deflection, you might just put it through your own goal, and while Giroud just runs over the ball. And it's just the merest of touches that he's looking for, and I just can't understand why he's just allowed that to run past his body.
Scored a wonderful free kick goal against Fulham in midweek. Robin Van Persie's got 7 already this season. In fact, he's joint leading scorer with Thierry Henry. Arsenal dominant. Asu Ekoto. Tainio. Clichy dived in a bit quick, but then there was a foul by Berbatov on Giroud.
It was clumsy because Lennon had just drawn Clichy in a good 15 yards, some space in behind. He was hoping to get a return pass from Berbatov.
Arsenal have won less than half their games in the Premiership this season. But 3 points today would see them move into 3rd place, for the moment anyway. This is the first game, of course, of the Premiership weekend. Ljungberg. Well played. Aboué gives it away to Zakora. Tainio. Keane. Managed to get him on the ball too often, Tottenham. Albron. Zakora. He didn't like the challenge by Van Persie, and he didn't like the fact that the ball was moving and Tottenham took the free kick.
It's a poor challenge from Van Persie, but you know, Zakora's got good possession of the ball there. Graham Paul too quick really to blow.
Zakora's first taste of a North London derby. Chimbonda. Loose. Fabregas picks it off and finds Adebayor. Rosicki. Clichy overlapping brilliantly. And here's Adebayor.
It's a shame. Good play from Clichy though. And he had the ability to get forward, but then the foresight to realise that there wasn't many Arsenal players in the box. And it's a clever little cut back into the path of Adebayor. Well, Arsenal are just so dominant at the moment. I mean, on either side of the field, there's Clichy or Rosicki on that left-hand side, or Ljungberg and Aboué on the right. They really are stretching Spurs quite comfortably.
You get the feeling that Arsenal have been stung by the criticism they've received after their last 2 defeats, and they mean to put the record straight here today. Huge game, of course, in midweek in the Champions League. They need a point against Porto in Portugal to qualify for the next stage. Berbatov. Off Ljungberg for a Tottenham throw. Not too many options there for King. No dreaded divot this time for Robinson, though. This pitch, perfect. Dawson. His clearance not perfect. It's given Arsenal the throw. Of the half remaining. Arsenal leading 1-0 and very good value for that lead. Toure. Here's a Bue. Fabregas. Seem to be going nowhere. There's always a player available in a red shirt. Gilberto. Abue. And Percy. And they've got to try and get a spell of sustained possession themselves, Tottenham. They keep giving it away. But this time, it's been given back to them. Lennon. Berbatov offside again.
There's 2 or 3 occasions where he's just straight offside. One he was very unlucky with.
Let's remind you that we've got another game for you on Prem Plus and high definition tonight. It's Middlesbrough against Manchester United. We start at 5. And at 7 on Sky Sports Extra, Levante against Barcelona and Real Betis against Atletico Madrid. Did well to find Chimbonda. Dawson. Berbatov. Oh, lovely control. And he finds Zakora. On to Malbron. And now Asuikoto. Berbatov is free, edge of the box. He's furious that he wasn't spotted earlier. Zakora. They've lost the impetus of that attack completely.
Spurs, in many respects, are like Liverpool, aren't they? I mean, a terrific home record. They'll play some fantastic stuff on their own patch, but away from home, certainly lacking confidence. I mean, there's been no real zest to their performance, and you really thought they would come here, knowing that Arsenal have been in the midst of a very poor run themselves, and the Spurs have been playing well of late. They've got no real confidence about their play.
Van Persie through to Adebayor again. Did he bring down King? Yes, he did.
Arsene Wenger's absolutely furious in front of us. Well, he got out of his seat very quickly. It looks as if Adebayor just caught the heels of Ledley King, but again, there's some space to run into. Was it intentional? Well, the referee felt it was, but leave that space in behind, you might just get punished. You can understand probably their thinking in many respects, because Henry's not playing. Probably think that Van Persie and Adebayor haven't really got the pace to get the better of Ledley King or Michael Dawson.
Rosicki didn't really look where he was playing that. He's got away with it. And now, did he leave his foot in there as Dawson came across? That's what the Tottenham players are telling the referee.
One or two things for Graham Paul to sort out at the moment. Probably would have expected a tense battle between these two North London rivals. And Thomas Rosicki seems to catch the instep of Michael Dawson. His foot certainly slightly high, but no need to give him anything more than just a few words.
Holman takes control. King. Straight to Abue. Fabregas. Good defending from Ledley King. But Adebayor didn't give it up and finds Van Persie onto Fabregas. Here's Rosicki. It's a penalty.
I tell you what, I'm not sure, you know. I ain't sure about that. I thought Chimbonda got something of the ball. That was my first reaction, but the referee had no consideration other than a penalty here. Well, that's a big incident to call. And the referee is only a matter of 5 or 6 yards away, but he gets a touch of the ball. He takes Rosicki, and Graham Paul spots straight to the penalty spot straight away. And I have a big amount of sympathy for Spurs. I didn't think it was a penalty when I first saw it.
Well, the #1 penalty taker, Thierry Henry, is in the stands. Gilberto has missed one this season against Manchester United, but also scored from the spot in the Champions League against Hamburg. He's got a wonderful opportunity here, just before half-time, to give Arsenal a 2-0 lead. Crisis? What crisis? Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0.
Well, that's a big blow, isn't it, for Spurs? But you have to say, you wouldn't deny Arsenal this lead, but I think Chimbonda got something of the ball there. It's a fabulous Arsenal move again, the way they opened Spurs up. Well, that's a decent strike, isn't it, from Gilberto into the side netting. Goalkeeper's got no chance whatsoever. Well, he's a talisman, Thierry Henry. He's not playing today, but the side that Arsene Wenger is trying to build now find themselves 2 goals ahead.
Chimbonda still fuming, probably with some justification. A controversial decision by Graham Cole. Now, where have we heard that before?
He seems to always find it, doesn't he, on his travels. Well, Premier League gave him a rest for a couple of weeks. Martin Yol, which it might have been a little bit longer.
Spurs up against it. Chimbonda and Dawson still discussing the penalty incident. They've got to get it out of their minds now. Keane's free kick. It's Chimbonda who climbed high. Tainio, now Zakura. Bit of space on that side for Lennon, who goes down and wins the free kick.
Well, this is a crucial time. Arsenal can't afford to allow Spurs back into this game now. Conceding anything just before half-time. They really need to concentrate now. Jens Lehmann has had nothing to do, really. Just anxiously watched that strike from Steve Malbrand go wide of that left-hand post, but other than that, really, Spurs have had nothing to offer as an attacking force.
Not forward for Lennon. It was a clever free kick, but Fabregas was up to it. And Dawson could only knock it out.
I can't believe it, can he, Martin Yol? His game plan was to come here and frustrate Arsenal early on. He'd have known that Arsene Wenger's side would have had bags of possession. And the Maney side have dealt with it reasonably well. But they paid the price, really, from sloppiness on their part, the way they tried to defend the first one against Adebayor. And certainly the second one, for me, is not a penalty.
Challenged by Adebayor. Into the last minute of the first half of an eventful North London derby here at the Emirates. First time this new stadium has hosted this historic clash. Lehmann with a good safe take. Just got caught there by a flailing boot, I think.
Giroud, really, is his own player that he collided with. It's been a fairly comfortable one for him to deal with, really, because there's no Spurs players around him when he came to take that free kick.
Tinio. Lennon. 2 minutes of stoppage time. It could be to Arsenal's benefit as Adebayor gets into a good position again. And you can see why the fans here liken him to former hero Carnu. There's a lot of similarities in the way he plays and his physical build as well.
Very much very talented on the ball. Never quite know what he's going to do next, but he's still very young, like a lot of these Arsenal players. A lot of maturity still to come from this side. Martin Yol has been talking during the week about Arsene Wenger building another team to succeed. Well, the evidence of what we've seen today, I have to fancy them in a few years to be up there amongst one of the strongest sides in the Premier League. Certainly short of that at the moment. They do play some breathtaking football at times.
Koto. Tottenham are going to need a big improvement to get back into this game. Koto again. Here's Zakora. Albron. Berbatov brushed aside. He can't get into the game. Tinio. Keane. When it goes to Malbron, Berbatov is with him. Well, now Tottenham are saying they've been hard done by. They thought they should have had a penalty.
Well, Graham Paul is probably looking over to his assistant for a little bit of help. I'm just wondering whether Berbatov had just strayed offside again there as that threaded little ball through from Malbron. But now he just loses his footing, doesn't he? A vital moment. Well, Bowie might have just played him onside, but there he just goes to ground too comfortably. That certainly would have been a generous one.
Tinio. Well, it's been a trouble week for all at the Emirates Stadium, but it looks as though it could be ending on a happy note, and certainly they've had the benefit of the doubt on 2 big decisions from Graham Poll. Adebayor reckoned to be onside as he went on and gave Arsenal the lead, and then Chimbonda adjudged to have committed the foul, which led Gilberto to score from the penalty spot to make it 2-0 at half-time.
Well, a fabulous 45 minutes as far as Arsenal are concerned. Terrible for Tottenham. We'll have George's thoughts after the break. Spurs will have 1 or 2 complaints with regards to the decisions. Martin Jol furious with the linesman over the first. He had a word with Graham Poll as well. He didn't appreciate Graham Poll's decision with regards to the second.
That was a good tackle.
Spurs are making 2 changes at the start of the second half. As you can see, Jermaine Genius is coming on. So too is young Lee Pio. Asuikotu and Malbronk are the players to go off. Well, he had to do something. He's left Defoe on the bench, though.
Quite surprised at that, Marcus, but Genius, will he come on and play central midfield, and they'll probably push Tenio out wide left and in place of Malbrank. But Tottenham, Marcus, have got to play with a lot more commitment.
Thank you, George. There's a lot for Spurs to do in the second 45 as we rejoin Brian Marwood and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Marcus. Welcome back to the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal will get the second half underway once Lee has taken his place on the field for Tottenham, who have now changed the left side of their team. Koto and Malbrank off. As you've heard, Lee and Jermaine Genius on in their places. Lee, who was first choice for, well, virtually the whole of last season at right back, but has lost that particular position to Pascal Chimbonda. And Jermaine Genius, who has been first choice, of course, in all his time at Tottenham, but has been out for the last 3 games with a calf injury.
Yeah, Lennon's gone over on that left-hand side, and Tinio on the right. It's interesting to see whether they adopt a more attacking approach, Spurs. They need to find some inspiration from somewhere.
Throw to Tottenham. Good challenge by Gilberto. Now Rosicki. Van Persie. Adebayor's offside.
Well, again, must have been close. Clever little play, wasn't it, from Arsenal. Rosicki again picking the ball up, threading a little balls through. It's a marginal decision, isn't it? Well, they get the benefit of the doubt on this occasion. Spurs.
Youngberg. Back by Lee. Berbatov had the skill and strength to hold on to it. King under pressure from Robin van Persie. Zakora. Genus. His energy in the middle of the field, much needed by Tottenham. Strangely subdued first half display by Martin Jol's team. Can they improve here? Tainio looking for Berbatov. Kept it in play, but only gave it back. Fabregas. Oh, what a ball. Oh, he's a big fella. Adebayor just beyond his reach, though.
Well, I have to say again, you know, Michael Dawson, the culprit, I mean, that is a long diagonal ball, and again he's running out without any real awareness of where Adebayor is. I mean, you know, people are talking about Michael Dawson being a potential England centre-back, and I can understand why when you see some of his performances, but he needs to concentrate more, because right now he's just running out with his hand in his air, trying to play offsides, and as he got caught to his cost with Arsenal's first goal.
Genus finding Chimbonda, who faced Arsenal 4 times last season, playing for Wigan. King. Zakora holds off the challenge from Fabregas. And then the Arsenal man wins it back. King. Here's Keane. It's a good ball for Lee. He's got Lennon alongside him. Maybe should have looked for him earlier, really.
Well, he does like getting forward, YP Lee, but he's very right-sided, so certainly favours getting onto his right foot. Well, Lennon is playing out on the left, and just looked to occupy him behind the front two last weekend against Wigan and got a little bit of joy, so be surprised if Martin Jol tactically changes things in another 10 or 15 minutes if they haven't got back at least one goal.
The next 3 teams, or 3 matches for his team, are all at home, by the way, in the League and Cup. Arsenal's next 3 are all away.
Well, he's to be bamboozled a wee bit by his side's away performances this season. And they've done very well at White Hart Lane, but when you see them on the travels, the shadow of that side that have won 5 games at home.
Fabregas on for Rosicki. Dawson hooks it clear. And Percy took a knock in the middle of the field, just picked himself up though. Giroud, Clichy, caught in possession by Tainio, but strong enough to win it back. Here's Adebayor again. Dawson's challenge.
It's proving very elusive, isn't it? Adebayor just drifting into this left-hand side position at times, very similar in many respects to Thierry Henry. Certainly got quite a lot of joy, Adebayor, as well as his goal. I think that he really has troubled this Spurs back four.
Arsenal have now scored 24 goals this season. Only Manchester United and Chelsea have scored more. And only United and Chelsea have a better defensive record than Arsene Wenger's team.
Tainio's got a problem at the moment. He probably self-inflicted the way that he caught Adebayor.
Offside. If Arsenal do go on to win here, they'd be 13 points behind Manchester United, 10 behind Chelsea. They do still have a game in hand, of course. So, could it be possible yet?
Well, you know, I touched on it earlier. The thing for me, because they've got so many young players in this side, I'm just not sure you're going to get the required consistency and performance and results. And I think that's their problem. Chelsea have got that, Manchester United have got that. I'm just not convinced this Arsenal side have.
They play Chelsea in 8 days' time. There's Robin van Persie. Just too much on the cross for Rosicky.
There's a clever play from Van Persie on the edge of the box, and Ljungberg's moaning at him there. He thought he should have had the ball. Look how frustrated he is. He switches off, really. He's very frustrated in this conflict, isn't he? Berbatov at the moment. Very, very little service to thrive upon.
Berbatov's header was a good one for Genus. Oh, it's a great run from Genus, but Clichy equal to it. Rosicky. Gilberto. Clichy, lucky to get it back. Adebayor. Now Rosicky for Arsenal. Keane with a strong challenge. Zakora helps it on to Lennon. Keane. This is better from Tottenham. But Lennon only presented it straight back to Giroud. Rosicky. There's one for Adebayor to chase. King up against him. He's had an excellent game, Emmanuel Adebayor. Gilberto, Ljungberg. Abui to his right. Now he gets it. Here's Freddie Ljungberg again. And Dawson hacks it away for a corner.
Well, they worked that really well, didn't they, Arsenal? Started down this left-hand side with Adebayor, and the ball very, very quickly switched towards the right-back position of Abui, who loves to get forward. And he's had plenty of opportunity to do that this afternoon.
The sun comes out at the Emirates Stadium on this exceedingly mild December day. Berbatov deals with the corner. Arsenal have an injury problem now with Rosicky and might have to make a change. In fact, I think he has disappeared back to the dressing rooms already. Keane. Tainio. Here's Lee. Done very well here, Lee. Can he deliver the cross? He can. And Lehmann spills it.
There's a bit more energy, isn't there, about Spurs in this second half? They got more competitive in midfield, which they needed to do.
Keane. Genus. On to Lennon. Tried to slide it in for Berbatov.
It was all very tight, wasn't it? But Lehmann didn't look comfortable. Did very well, didn't he, Lee, on that left-hand side? Had no real right to get this ball across the face of the goal. It really should have been a comfortable one for the Arsenal goalkeeper to deal with.
Arsenal anxious to get Alexander Clermont in place of the injured Thomas Rosicky. Now they should.
Yeah, it's just a better game, Alan, in terms of both sides are playing now. In the first half, there was only one side to admire in possession, that was Arsenal. At the moment now, Spurs have given a response. Clearly, Martin Yolis had one or two severe words to say to his side at half-time.
Tainio winning them a corner. Well, Tottenham have conceded goals from corners in each of their last two games in the Premiership. It's a concern, the way they defend set pieces, and something they've been working on this week.
Well, as you would expect, Spurs player getting very close to Jens Lehmann, but Robbie Keane just marked there from different angles by Abui. There's a problem that Bolton posed to Arsenal, and again Lehmann.
Berbatov, back to Genus. Well defended by Gilberto. Genus. Zakora. It's Clichy who clears to Ljungberg. Challenged by Chimbonda, and Ljungberg got up and spoke very angrily towards his opponent. Didn't seem too much wrong with the tackle, I must say, from where I'm sitting.
Exactly what Graham Paul said to Freddie Ljungberg as well. I think there was an awful lot wrong. Well, I think there was an awful lot wrong with his tackle. And Thomas Rosicky, where the referee gave a penalty.
Tottenham fueled by anger at the moment. But they need some fuel in the engine, wherever it comes from. Dawson. Here's Ledley King. He's never been on the winning side, by the way, King, in 11 North London derbies. Tainio. Chimbonda's cross. Easy for Kolo Touré. Good control by Clem. Gilberto. Lovely football. And Percy. Adebayor offside, and that looked close as well.
He just didn't need to go that early, did he? But again, you know, Michael Dawson is really aware of where Adebayor is. He knows he's somewhere to his right-hand side. As that ball slipped through, the hand goes up, but it's a very, very tight decision again.
He goes in with Clem and wins the free kick.
Well, this is a time for Spurs to score. They're going to get back into this game. They've a lot more explosive in this second half, taking the game to Arsenal. They need to put Jens Lehmann under a bit more pressure.
Michael Dawson forward, scored his first ever goal against Chelsea a few weeks ago. And he's got a problem here, has he? No, he's just handed something on to the fourth official. Berbatov was in a great place there. The ball didn't quite reach him, though.
Well, it was terrific defending from Gilberto, because if he'd allowed Berbatov to run across him unopposed, then he'd have fancied Berbatov to score. Was he offside? It was a close one, but Gilberto wasn't taking any chances. But this is what I think sides are going to do more and more. Put Jens Lehmann under pressure. We saw it when Arsenal played Bolton last week. It unsettles the Arsenal goalkeeper. He stupidly gets involved in those situations.
Spurs win another free kick. It's only the second time, by the way, in his refereeing career Graham Poll has been in charge of this North London derby. The last was 9 years ago. A 0-0 draw. Zakora. Both the matches between them in the league last season were drawn. But remember, Spurs have beaten their rivals just once in the last 21 league meetings. Ljungberg. Back by Tainio, but at the expense of an Arsenal throw. Adebayor. Clichy. Ljungberg. Arsenal making slow progress down this touchline.
It's all very patient, isn't it? Not really playing at that dynamic pace that they played in the first 45 minutes. In some respects, they're just quite happy to encourage a little bit more Tottenham pressure, and then hopefully they can just spring that counter-attack that might just punish Spurs again.
They did play in midweek, of course, Arsenal, whereas Tottenham didn't, and they've had a lot of matches. This is Arsenal's 24th game of the season altogether, and Arsene Wenger complained bitterly in midweek about the glut of fixtures. It is, however, the price of success. Tainio. Zakora. Spurs themselves doing really well in Europe in the UEFA Cup. Lennon. Genus. It was a good effort. Back out to Lennon and cleared by Touré.
Touré's furious, really, because he felt that Jermaine Jenas had far too much time on the edge of the box. No one was really closing him down quick enough. The goalkeeper parries, might have been better just trying to catch it. I don't think the shot does an awful lot in the air from Jermaine Jenas. He certainly made a big difference to Spurs' performance.
His corner. Well, the referee has seen that as a foul on Lehmann, but once again, when there's a set piece, Lehmann always seems to be at the heart of the problems.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong for the opposition player to make a nuisance of himself. You know, teams are doing it up and down the country, so why should Spurs not do it against Arsenal? That's exactly what Robbie Keane does. Well, is there any intention to go for the ball? Well, I would argue there might be. You know, the ball's a very, very difficult one for the goalkeeper to deal with.
Well, there's no law against standing in front of somebody. Robin van Persie. Yep. Fabregas. Helped on to Gilberto. Clichy. Oh, it's good stuff again from Arsenal. Ljungberg. Clichy. Played it against Chimbonda. Tainio. Dawson looking for Berbatov. Jenas. Keane lost his balance. Great play from Gilberto, who was caught by Jenas. Referee really could have let play go on, though.
Well, there's a couple of occasions, really. Graham Paul has done that very, very quick to blow the whistle. He does brilliantly, doesn't he, Gilberto, showing great strength. Clearly is a foul. I mean, Jermaine Jenas just launches into the challenge. Doesn't get anywhere near the ball, but Graham Paul could have dealt with that moments later, because Arsenal had decent possession on that right-hand side.
Clichy. Not sloppy. Tainio. Keane. Lennon already starting his run, and he fed it into him. Look how quick Touré is.
That's one thing this Arsenal back four don't lack, is pace.
Oh, what a ball as well. If Adebayor can reach it, but King is equally quick across the ground. Berbatov, Jenas. Spurs, at least, are making a real game of it in this second half. But had they left it too late? Fabregas. Now he was dumped to the ground by Tainio after the ball had been played away.
Well, you know, the referee then, he's turned around and thought, right, I'll allow Arsenal the advantage. They've got decent possession. But then why doesn't he blow his whistle? That's a poor challenge. You know, Fabregas has laid the ball off. Just have a look at how late there Tainio is. He whacks, says Fabregas, in the back of the calf. Now, once he sees that Alexander Clem hasn't got decent possession, then he should bring the play straight back, and he hasn't done that.
Well, so far we've only had one yellow card, which must be something of a record for a North London derby, and that was Asua Koto, who's gone off injured, or substituted anyway. Not sure whether it was an injury or a tactical change.
Well, he's a competitive midfield player, isn't he, Tainio? I've seen that on a couple of occasions, but he's a lucky boy there.
Having to go off and come straight back on again. If somebody would explain to me the logic of that particular rule. 25 minutes to go in the 152nd North London derby. Arsenal in possession, in the lead, and to some extent in control. There's been another challenge that the Arsenal fans have greeted with fury. Freddie Ljungberg lying injured.
Well, a few aches and pains in the morning, I would have thought, Freddie Ljungberg. A couple of tasty challenges from Asua Koto in the first half. He was claiming bitterly there that the Spurs player caught him off the ball.
Well, this fixture's always feisty. Toure climbing higher than Berbatov with ease. Lovely ball as well. And on it goes to Adebayor. A really important challenge by Dawson.
Well, that was better defending. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he was in control of the situation, Michael Dawson.
Keane. Lennon. Kleb barring the way. Zakura. Genus. Back to Ledley King. Now it's Arsenal's turn to get their men behind the ball. The Gunners have conceded just 12 goals in their 14 Premiership fixtures, but remember, 5 of those goals have gone against them in the last 2 games. Keane. Nothing wrong with the challenge from Kleb. Lee knocks it down the line cleverly to Lennon. Fabregas. Ljungberg. Adebayor. Gilberto. Lovely ball. Kleb. Fabregas has continued his run down the centre and then committed the foul.
Well, he felt he'd been impeded by Sakura. He really needed that ball playing earlier, didn't he? Says Fabregas. Just runs in behind, really. And Sakura did well just to trap the run eventually, but Fabregas, who really challenged to make a lot of those surging runs from midfield and support the front two.
It's a loose ball which Gina's picked off cleverly. Optimistic shot though.
It was a bit wild, but they've certainly been better since he's come on at half-time. And they just look more competitive. I mean, George talked in the studio at half-time, and it's an element of the way that a lot of sides tend to approach the games against Arsenal is to really get about them very quickly, make it difficult for them to settle. Well, Spurs didn't do that in the first 45 minutes. It's probably a little bit too late now in terms of what they're trying to do now, but they look a lot better.
And still just about a quarter of the game remaining, so Tottenham could get something yet. Clichy. Dawson read his intentions, but it is an Arsenal throw. Fabregas. Good ball for Van Persie, and it goes to Adebayor. Kleb outside him. Adebayor's there again, goes down. No problems this time for Tottenham. Clichy. Given away to Chimbonda.
That's just gone down in instalments, hasn't it, Chimbonda?
Pantomime season there, wasn't it?
Oh dear.
Yellow card for Gilberto, the Arsenal captain. Lifted up towards King and Dawson. They might have to get back quickly now. Ljungberg. Great run here by Van Persie. Now, was he brought down? Yes, it's another penalty. Genus the culprit this time. And he's guarded to add insult to injury.
It's interesting that he's given Jermaine Genus a yellow card when he didn't book Chimbonda when he brought Rosicky down. Well, was there an element of handball there from Van Persie? Certainly Jermaine Genus clips the legs of the Dutchman, but there. Well, probably the referee doesn't see that. I'm not sure whether his assistant was there, but he does brilliantly there, Robin van Persie, because not only does he get behind Ledley King, who's very, very quick, he also out-muscles and outstrengths Jermaine Genius. Well, this could be game over now.
Gilberto places the ball on the spot for the second time in the game. The first one went straight into the corner. Let's see what he does this time against England's goalkeeper. He's beaten him again comprehensively, and surely Arsenal have beaten Tottenham equally comprehensively.
Well, it's huge relief, more than anything else, I think, with these Arsenal fans, because they know in the second half Spurs have been a different proposition. But that is game, set and match. And no matter what Martin Jol says, really, the game was lost in the first half. Nice and composed, isn't it, from Gilberto? The one in the first half, he's blasted to Paul Robinson's right-hand side, and the England and Spurs keeper thinks he's going to do the same, but that's the handball. But I don't think the referee really can see that. I'm not sure what view his assistant has, but clearly Jermaine Genius catches the legs of the Dutchman. And two very, very controversial penalty decisions given by Graham Poll.
Well, if there's no addition to the scoreline, Arsenal are going to keep up that remarkable record of either winning 3-0 or drawing 1-1 in every one of their league games in their new stadium. Deixa gets it away. And if those Tottenham fans amongst the workforce that helped to build the Emirates really did bury the Spurs memorabilia in the concrete here, all I can say is the curse has been well and truly lifted today.
A few more Tottenham shirts being buried at the Emirates Stadium.
And what has been buried, well and truly, is the notion that Arsenal are in crisis. They're about to go third in the table. It's a crisis that a lot of clubs would love to have.
Well, Arsene Wenger's been talking during the week about, you know, how he feels fairly comfortable with the situation in terms of what he's trying to do here at Arsenal Football Club. He's rebuilding. There's a lot of talented young players. I think maybe one or two of the experienced players have let those youngsters down a wee bit in recent weeks, but you know, if you look at the likes of Abui and Toure and Giroud, Clichy, I mean, a very young back four. Fabregas, who is a fantastic talent. In midfield, Adebayor still very young, as is Van Persie.
Tanyo goes down, and the referee shakes his head this time. Here's Lee. Lennon. Toure knocks it high into the crowd. I think to say that Spurs feel hard done by at the moment is an understatement.
Yeah, I think they're just putting up a pride now, aren't they? I mean, it's a huge blow to them, but, you know, it's really puzzled Martin Jol when he sees his side play the way they do at White Hart Lane, and then on their travels, it's really been short of abysmal. We saw them at Reading recently, and they were very, very much out of sorts. And then again, today, they've been very lacklustre. They had a spell for about 15-20 minutes in the second half where they competed, but other than that, it's been all Arsenal.
Let's remind you that Super Sunday tomorrow comes from Goodison Park. It's Everton against West Ham at 3 o'clock, Sky Sports 1 and High Definition 1. And then on Monday, we're at Manchester City for their game against Watford, Sky Sports 1 and High Definition 1. Clichy, clever. A little kick there as well from Berbatov. Adebayor. Genius wins it back. They need to salvage a bit of pride at the moment here, Tottenham.
See how quickly Clichy recovered though to win the ball back from Berbatov. That desire really, and quality on the ball, Seeing Arsenal into a very, very comfortable position. Not great watching if you're a Spurs fan.
It's just what Arsenal needed, though, with that crucial game in Porto coming up in midweek. And after 2 defeats, and last week at Bolton, Arsene Wenger virtually admitted, publicly anyway, that the championship was beyond them. This will certainly lift the spirits of their players and fans again. Cleared by King to Keane. And Tottenham certainly will have to work much harder on that away record. Just 3 points on the road this season, all in drawn games at Aston Villa, Watford and Blackburn. Not a single away win. Lennon. Back to Lee. Genus. Here's Zakora. Adebayor intercepts. Dramatic fall then by Tainio, who stayed on the ground. Good recovery by Dorsa. Tainio remains injured.
Just collided, didn't he, with Adebayor, who's been absolutely outstanding, by the way, this afternoon. He really has led the line superbly well. He's still working into all sorts of areas. He certainly catches him, doesn't he, around the throat and chin. And flailing left arm, just trying to hold off the Spurs midfield player. He's been absolutely brilliant.
And he could be in for a stretch in the team, of course, if it's true that Thierry Henry is likely to be out for some time. Arsenal's record goal scorer at pains to point out that he's been misreported in some of the newspapers in the last couple of days. In fact, asked Sky Television to put the record straight with an interview that we had with him before kick-off here. Certainly seems fully behind the cause today. Percy is off the field, receiving treatment, as Julio Baptista is waiting to come on here for Arsenal. Both teams down to 10 men because Tainio is also on the halfway line. Clichy. Fabregas. Clem. Clichy's remained forward and tries his luck. Why not?
Played as a central midfield player. People worried that the loss of Ashley Cole could be a real problem for them, but this youngster has done extraordinarily well at left back. A bad injury, of course, last year kept him out for a while.
Ljungberg's done well here. Adebayor takes over. Couldn't quite slide it back to Freddie Ljungberg. And it's finally gone out of play, so we can get back to 11 aside again. Being held up as to indicate Van Persie's removal and Julio Baptista's arrival. As you might have seen, standing alongside him, Jermaine Defoe coming on for Tottenham. Tainio, the injured player for them.
Well, Baptista's going to play up front with Adebayor. What a strange position for him, of course. He's played there many times before, but more accustomed to central midfield player these days. Still trying to get him up to full fitness.
Zakora, Genus, used all 3 substitutes now. Martin Jol, Chimbonda. Lennon's had a switch of wing again. He wasn't too happy with Clichy's challenge. Berbatov. It's not been Berbatov's day, has it?
That's been difficult for him, Alan, really. He hasn't had an awful lot of service. He's got isolated on a lot of occasions. Spurs have been very deep.
Baptista moving it on to Kleb. And the sun really has come out for Arsenal today. Baptista again. Adebayor stroking it around with nonchalance now, these Arsenal players, in the last 10 minutes. And a 3-0 lead. And this is what rattles opposition players. Tottenham have had a couple of embarrassments against their rivals in recent years. There was that 5-4 defeat, the highest scoring North London derby ever. The season before that, Arsenal clinched the title at White Hart Lane. And this will go down, I'm afraid, in the catalogue of embarrassments against the Gunners. Comprehensively beaten, despite their second half revival. And now Genius could be in trouble for that reaction against Ljungberg. Remember, he's already been yellow-carded, Jermaine Genius.
This is where frustration boils over. Well, you're 3-0 down, the opposition are just popping little passes around, making you run. Frustration very evident in Jermaine Genius's challenge there on Freddie Ljungberg. You see there Ljungberg working hard to win the ball back and just hauls him to the ground, doesn't he? Needs to calm him down.
Well, had he not been already cautioned, you wonder. The foe, a boyhood Arsenal fan, by the way, gets his first touch. Baptista to his fellow Brazilian Gilberto. On to Fabregas. Fabregas keeps running. Kleb. Here he is again, the Spaniard. Where does he get his energy from? He's an amazing footballer, hugely gifted, totally committed.
He's a player that didn't seem to worry him playing as many games as he's done. And when he first came into this side, I think Arsene Wenger perhaps wanted to take his time with him and just give him games and then rest him, but such was the level of his performances that he just literally had to pick him week after week.
He's already played over 100 times for Arsenal. He's still only 19. Given freedom from injury, goodness knows how many games he'll rack up eventually here. Battles his way through two challenges, but not the third one. Berbatov. Berbatov pulls up. Having lost possession. Thought he was injured for a second, but he's just given up.
Well, these Spurs players need to respond very quickly. We've got a game on Tuesday evening at home, which has been very good for them in terms of the games that they have won this season.
Defoe. All three of their fit and available strikers out there now. Of course, Mido is injured. He wasn't able to be selected today. Sakura. And basically, we're just seeing out the closing stages here at the Emirates. Chimbonda gives it away to Clichy. On to Baptista. King's challenge, Adebayor wins it back. Kleb. Baptista again. Finding their men with almost arrogant ease now, Arsenal. This will hurt Tottenham fans. Played King. Defoe. Giroud. Winning it back for Arsenal. Clermont to Fabregas. It's a lovely ball for Baptista. He got a shot in eventually and wins a corner.
Determined, wasn't he, to shoot from the edge of the box. Really, old Baptista done very well since he's come on. Touch has been very sure. Really working hard to just give himself that little opening. Spurs really for the game can't, or the end of the game can't come quick enough for Martin Jol's team. But this fella's been absolutely brilliant today.
And here's what the Arsenal fans think of him. And here's what they think of his replacement. Big cheer for the 17-year-old Theo Walcott. Baptista, whose shot earned the corner. Fabregas. Didn't quite get Walcott involved straight away. He might yet, though. He's in a good position here, pointing to the ball, edge of the box. Baptista. Clichy. Chimbonda wins it back well, but not for long. Baptista's there again. Oh, lovely. Just dropped the shoulder and lost Jermaine Genius. Boué, that's a good ball on for Clem. Baptista's well placed here while he had other ideas. Boué wanted to score himself. Score from a similar position to that against Hamburg here in the Champions League.
It's a good save, wasn't it, from Paul Robinson?
Defoe. Can Tottenham at least get one goal back here?
Again, just have a look at the quickness of recovery there. That time it was Giroud, as if Defoe was in behind this Arsenal back four.
Keane trying to say that was an accident. The referee's let play go on anyway because Theo Walcott's in a great position here. Could it be his first Arsenal goal? Well, he passed to somebody, unfortunately for him. It was Ledley King.
Well, he seemed to work the opening well for himself, didn't he? Got it onto his right foot. Looked to pull the trigger, but instead, selfish play. Really having a clear understanding of where his teammates were.
The argument going on still about that earlier incident. Not at all happy, Boué.
Well, he's not, and he felt that the challenge there from Robbie King, he's claiming it was an elbow into his ribs, but
the crowd here confirmed was 60,115, and that's the biggest since the Emirates Stadium was open. It's exactly 5 more than saw the 3-0 victory against Liverpool here.
If you look over at that Spurs end, Alan, a lot of them have departed. Can't stomach anymore.
Lennon's kept going. It's a clever ball as well for Jermaine Defoe. Lehmann denies him and then gives a rather dismissive look. Never far away from a fight, is he?
No. No. It takes exception when anybody goes anywhere near him.
Well, we're into stoppage time, and however much it is, it's not going to be enough for Tottenham. 3 goals down, 3 minutes to play, and the argument between Keane and Boué continues. Like a boxing ref at the moment, Graham Paul.
He's not going to let it go, is he, Boué? Fabregas. How old is he? Sorting it out. Great maturity.
Berbatov finds Lennon. He couldn't return the favour. Now Lehmann's colliding with one of his own players. Be better if he played five-a-side really, and then no one could come into his penalty area. Ljungberg. Here's Zakora. Genus. Chimbonda. Defoe persistent there against Giroud. Oh, a good recovery challenge by Clichy though. And he had a little wild swing there, Jermaine Defoe. They're losing their cool here, Tottenham.
Again, I just don't understand why Graham Paul just doesn't allow Arsenal to keep possession in the manner that they did. I mean, there's no real need to blow that early. Clearly is a poor challenge from Jermaine Defoe. Thought he was getting crowded out. He just lashes out at the Arsenal centre-back.
Toure, Gilberto, Clem, Walcott, Gilberto just guiding it forward to Aboué. Walcott's there again. For Tottenham in the final throw of the dice, and it's come to nothing. Batista, lovely ball, just too far ahead of Freddie Ljungberg.
And it all opened up for him, and again some poor marking. The two centre-backs, Robbie King and Michael Dawson, just allowed Freddie Ljungberg to run free. I'm sure Martin Jol is analysing his team's performance. He knows that they won't have played well. You know, there's plenty of evidence of that, but when he looks at the goals again, he'll be bitterly disappointed with the way the penalties were given, and certainly the way that his side defended for the first goal.
A 3-0 victory for Arsenal in the North London derby, just the tonic that Arsene Wenger needed. A handshake this time with his opposite number, Martin Jol, and Arsenal players celebrate a much-needed victory here. 13 long years since Tottenham won a game against their old opponents at their home ground. Highbury was certainly not a happy hunting ground. The Emirates today has proved to be no better. Tottenham continuing their complaints about the big controversial moments in the game and the way Graham Paul interpreted them. But there's no question that Arsenal fully deserved their win. 3-0, the final score.
Yes, there were some big decisions. They did go against Martin Jol's team, but I'm sure even he, in the bottom of his heart, would admit that Spurs deserved nothing after that performance. 2 penalties from Gilberto, 3 points for Arsenal. Who needs Thierry Henry? Well, they didn't today. Business as usual at the Emirates. Spurs hadn't won at Highbury since 1993. I wonder they may have to wait at least 15 years before getting something positive from Arsenal's new home. Reports of a rift inside the Gunners' camp before this game. Well, there's a show of unity, and they'll need more of that during the week when they go to Porto in the Champions League, requiring a point to make it through to the knockout stages of Europe's Premier competition. But all's well at home again. The master with a word of praise for his apprentice. What's it?